soles of the feet, upwards, down from the top of the hair, from the highest part of the hair downwards, contained in the skin, terminated all around by the skin, reviewed as full of many kinds of filth. He sees that this body is packed with the filth of various kinds beginning with head hairs. How in this body there are head hairs and so on. So this kind of meditation is taught at every monastery, and even the novices are taught to recite these 32 parts again and again. There are means that are found in this which is expressed thus, up from the soles of feet and down from the top of the hair and contained in the skin, as full of many kinds of filth. Body, the carcass, for it is the carcass that is called body, because it is a conglomeration of filth, because such 5 things as the head hairs, etc., and the 100 diseases beginning with eye disease have it as their origin. Now, what is a carcass? Yeah, is a dead body?
Yeah.
But here it doesn't mean dead body.
It doesn't mean necessarily dead. A carcass is just the body, whether it's alive or not, I think.
Like a skeleton.
So it is just a body, not necessarily a dead body here.
I think so.
But it's something that a vulture will eat, a bird of prey will eat.
That's a dead body.
Dead carcass, yes.
Yeah. But it could be just a skeleton too.
Just a skeleton.
They pick at the bones.
But here it is just the body. Maybe in English has no other word for the body, because in Pali the first word is kaya, and the kaya is defined by the another word sarira. So the word sarira is a synonym for kaya in Pali. So there may not be another word for the body in English. So although it is the word carcass is used, we should understand it is not a dead body, because we try to see in our living body the head hair, body hair, and so on, and try to see the repulsiveness of these things.
I think carcass refers like to the frame, it can be a frame, the frame of the body, whether it's emptied by vultures or whether it's
but here just the body.
Just the frame, yeah.
Not the frame here. What is meant is just the body. Because we have to find head hair, body hair, the flesh and all these things in the body. And because such 5 things as the head hairs, etc., and the 100 diseases beginning with eye disease have it as their origin. So the word kaya in Pali is explained to be a compound word, ku plus aya. So ku plus aya becomes kaya, according to Pali grammar. And ku here means vile, or ku means despicable or something. And aya means the place, or the origin. The place of head hairs and so on, and the 100 diseases. So that is why the body is called kaya in Pali. This is the explanation of the word. And then 32 parts, head hairs, body hairs. So no one who searches throughout the whole of this fathom-long carcass, starting upward from the soles of the feet, starting downward from the top of the head, and starting from the skin all around, ever finds even the minutest atom at all beautiful in it, such as a pearl or a gem or a beryl, I don't know what beryl is, or aloes or saffron or camphor or talcum powder. On the contrary, he finds nothing but the various very malodorous, offensive, drab-looking sort of filth consisting of the head hairs, body hairs, and the rest. Now, when you want to practice this kind of meditation, the first thing you have to do is recite. So this meditation subject consists in giving so first you have to learn the 7 full skill in learning. That means in learning the meditation subject. And they are verbal recitation, 1, 2, mental recitation, and 3 as to color, 4 as to shape, 5 as to direction, 6 as to location, and 7 as to delimitation. So you have to understand all these with regard to the 32 parts. So the first thing is you learn these words by heart. The head hairs, body hairs, nails, teeth, skin, sinews, and so on.
I have with the carcass here, and sometimes the first definition is the dead body of an animal, especially one stored for food. But the second one is the living body of a human being, so it could be used either way.
So that is what we need here. The second meaning.
And sometimes it means a framework or basic structure as of a room building. So it's used differently in different times.
So the first thing we have to do is recite. Even if one is master of the Tipitaka, the verbal recitation should still be done at the time of first giving it attention. So even though you are well familiar with the three Pitakas, you must you must do the recitation first. For the meditation subject only becomes evident to some through recitation, as it did to the 2 elders who learned the meditation subject from the elder Mahadeva of the hill country. On being asked for the meditation subject, it seems the elder gave the text of the 32 aspects, saying, do only this recitation for 4 months. So you recite these 32 parts for 4 months. And these people, although they were familiar respectively with 2 and 3 Pitakas, that means they know 2 Pitakas, they know 3 Pitakas, so they are learned persons. But this monk, this elder is telling them that you recite these 32 parts. They must have, they must already have learned these 32 parts actually, but they accept his advice. So although they were familiar respectively with 2 or 3 Pitakas, it was only at the end of 4 months of recitation of the meditation subject that they became stream enterers. Actually, it means they became stream enterers just reciting the 32 parts. And here, they became stream entrants not just by recitation. First they did the recitation and then they review each part as foul or loathsome, and then they develop vipassana on it. So without vipassana there can be no stream entry. So although it is said here it would appear that they just recite and became sotapannas, I mean stream entrance, but that is not the case. They recited for 4 months they recited these back and forth, and then they got the what do you call that? A sign, counterpart sign and so on, and they became sotapannas after practicing vipassana on it. So without vipassana there can be no stream entry. And with right apprehension of the text, and that is not the translation of the Pali word. The Pali word there is Visuddhimagga. That means since they take his advice with respect. Visuddhimagga means taking with respect. Now they were learned. These 2 were learned monks. But when the teacher told them, you recite the 32 parts for 4 months, they didn't say, we have already learned it and we don't have to recite or something like that. They have too much respect for the teacher to refuse. So following with respect the advice of the teacher, they recited they just recited them for 4 months. And during that time they became stream enterers. So with right apprehension of the text. This is not the right translation of the Pali word. Now, when he does the recitation, he should divide it up into the skin, panted, etc., and do it forwards and backwards. You pick up the notes. It took me about 1.5 hours to type these. So, please look at the notes. The first is the 32 parts. Head hairs, body hairs, nail, teeth, skin. That is the skin panted. That means the 5 ending with skin. Then next one, flesh, sinews, bone, bone marrow, kidney. 5 ending with kidney. And then 5 ending with lights. And then 5 ending with brain. And then 5 ending with fat. And then 6. 6 ending with fat. And 6 ending with urine. So 32 parts are divided into 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6. And recitation should be done this way. Now, there is another book, another commentary written by the same author. And it is the commentary on the second book of Abhidhamma. In the second book of Abhidhamma, there is mention of the four foundations of mindfulness, and so these are mentioned there too. Now, the recitation I gave on these notes are the combination of statements found in 2 commentaries, both in the Path of Purification and the other book. So, just in the book Path of Purification, there is no mention of how many days you are to recite each group, and how to recite forward and backward and so on. But there the method is given. So I combine these 2 into 1. And it will take how many days? 165 days just to recite. So you have to spend 5.5 months just reciting verbally. So it will take a long time to practice this meditation. So the first one, we say head hairs, body hairs, nail, teeth, skin. So forward this way you recite 5 days. So head hairs, body hairs, nail, teeth, skin, head hairs, body hairs, nail, teeth, skin, and thousands of times. And then the next 5 days you go backwards. So skin, teeth, nails, body hairs, head hairs. Skin, teeth, nails, body hairs, head hairs.
Just verbal recitation, just that.
Yeah, just verbal recitation, right? But when you recite verbal recitation, you also know the meaning of the words. So the meanings may soak into your mind. And then there will come next, mental recitation. So first verbal recitation. And it alone will take 165 days. So, and then forward and backwards. So that is head hairs, body hairs, nail, teeth, skin, teeth, nails, head hairs, body hairs, back and forth. So it will, for 5 days. So for the skin penta, it will take 15 days. And then next penta. Next penta is what? Kidney penta. So flesh, sinews, bones, bone marrow, kidney. So forward for 5 days. But when you say backward, you say not just these 5, but the previous 5 also. So the backward for kidney penta is kidney, bone marrow, bones, sinews, flesh, skin, teeth, nails, body hairs, head hairs. Back to number 1. So if you look at the notes, I put the numbers because it's very boring to type these words again and again. Even the numbers. So, kidney pendant at the last 5 days, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, after these 2 pendants, you combine the 2 pendants and then recite them for 15 days. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. And then backward, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then forward and backward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 15 days. And then the next pendant, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and so on. And then backward, you go back to number 1, until number 1, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the third 5 days, you recite forward and backward. So this way, after each pendant, you combine with the previous pendant. So 2 pendants combined together, 3 pendants together, 4 pendants together, 5 groups together, and 6 groups together. So you go this way, and it will take 165 days.
Whole days?
It's a good question. Most of the day. You have, if you're a monk, you have to go out for alms in the morning, and you cannot do. Even when you are going for alms, you can do recitation, or at least mental recitation you can do. Because monks are taught or instructed to go with meditation when they go for alms in the village or in the city. So if a monk goes without meditation, he's not supposed to be a practicing monk. So you go to the village or city with some kind of meditation. Sometimes you may be practicing just mindfulness meditation, and sometimes this kind of meditation. So almost the whole day. Because this is intensive practice, not just saying for a few minutes and then leave it up. So these are how to recite, how to do verbal recitation. The recitation should be done verbally in this way 100 times, 1,000 times, even 100,000 times. Paragraph 56. For it is through verbal recitation that the meditation subject becomes familiar. If you spend 165 days, it cannot but become familiar. And the mind being thus prevented from running here and there, the parts become evident and seen like the fingers of a pair of clasped hands, like a row of fence posts. Then comes a mental recitation, should be done just as it is done verbally. For the verbal recitation is a condition for the mental recitation, and the mental recitation is a condition for the penetration of the characteristic of foulness. So when you recite it mentally again and again, the sign of foulness will evidence to your mind. And then you have to review them as to color. The color of the head hairs, etc. should be defined. If they are black, or in this country, what do you call that? Blonde, and brunette, red also.
And lately green too.
No.
The color.
Oh. Yes. No. Any you can get any color. And as to shape, the shape should be defined too. They will be explained later in detail. As to direction, now in this body, upwards from the navel is the upward direction, upper part of the body, and downwards from it is the downward direction, lower part of the body. So navel is supposed to be the middle of the body. So that the direction should be defined thus. This part is in this direction. As to location, that is their place. The location of this or that part should be defined thus. This part is, thus and this are, they are wrong places here, right? The location of this or that part should be defined thus. This part is established in this location. As to delimitation, there are two kinds of delimitation. That is delimitation of the similar and delimitation of the dissimilar. Herein, delimitation of the similar should be understood in this way. This part is delimited above and below and around by this. And this is called delimitation of similar. It is like saying, this cup is delimited by on this side by the kettle, and on the other side by the microphone or something like that. So this is called delimitation of similar. And of dissimilar means this is hair and not head hair and not body hair. And when you come to body hair, this is body hair and not head hair. So delimiting like that is called delimitation of the dissimilar. And dissimilar here means just not similar, but it does not mean opposite. So delimitation of the dissimilar should be understood as non-intermixedness in this way. Head hairs are not body hairs and body hairs are not head hairs, and so on. When the teacher tells the skill in learning in 7 ways, thus he should do so knowing that in certain sodas this meditation subject is expounded from the point of view of repulsiveness, and in certain sodas from the point of view of elements. For in the Mahasatipatthana Soda, it is expounded only as repulsiveness. So these 32 parts of the body meditation are given there to develop the sense of repulsiveness. In the Mahahatipadopama Soda is the name of a soda. M Soda 28, that means middle length sayings, Soda number 28. In the Maharahulovada Soda, again Majjhima Nikaya. And the Dhatu Vibhanga Soda, again Majjhima Nikaya. It is expounded as elements. So they are divided into 2 elements actually. The first 20 belong to the earth element, and the remaining belong to the water element. So with regard to elements, they are mentioned there. In the Kaya Gadasati Soda, however, 4 jhanas are expounded with reference to one to whom it has appeared as a kala kasina. Now, when you practice the 32 parts of the body meditation, you cannot get second jhana and so on. You can get only first jhana. But in that soda, 4 jhanas are mentioned. And 4 jhanas are mentioned because to that monk, these parts appear as kala, not as parts of the body. So when they appear as kala to him, he pick up the kala kasina. So kala kasina meditation can lead to all 4 or 5 jhanas. So that is why it is said here, 4 jhanas are expounded with reference to one to whom it has appeared as a kala. In some of the meditation, it is said that you are not to pay attention to kala, right? So if you pay attention to kala, it becomes kala kasina meditation. So here it is. Herein, it is an insight meditation subject that is expounded as elements, and a serenity meditation subject that is expounded as repulsiveness. So, it is an insight meditation subject that is expounded as elements. If we divide them into two kinds of elements, and try to see the elements, try to contemplate on the elements, then it is serenity. It is insight meditation, and it is a serenity or samatha meditation subject that is expounded into repulsiveness. So when you try to see the repulsiveness of these things, it is samatha meditation. consequently, it is only the serenity meditation subject that is relevant here. So in this part of the book, only the samatha meditation is mentioned. So we should understand this meditation here as serenity or samatha meditation. And then tenfold skill in giving attention. Okay, I think we'll do it next week. So next week, where do we end up? I think to the end of... To the end? No. Let me see.
We did 22 pages, we get to breathing.
We get to breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes. Right. 285.
In the Chinese tradition, there's such a thing called a shira. Is there anything? Which are these gems that are found in the bodies of people, monks or practitioners after they've been cremated? Is there anything comparable in those?
No.
They're often considered like relics, even.
Oh, relics? Yes,
They're jewels. I don't know very much about it, but in the Chinese traditions they're important.
In Burma, the ashes,
Right.
the ashes are collected, and some want to put it into a stupa, maybe something like that.
Sometimes beside the ash there's a hard gem-like substance.
Yeah, but in Theravada, only the arahants, when they are cremated, the body of the arahant may produce we call relic strike. The rock, small rocks or seeds. And it is said that the relics of the arahant are bigger in size than relics of the Buddha. Relics of the Buddha are in 3 sizes. Like sesame seeds, mustard seeds, the size of, some are the size of mustard seeds, and some are the size of broken rice, and some are the size of peas. So these are the 3 sizes of the relics of the Buddha. And the relics of the Arahants are said to be larger in size than the relics of the Buddha.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah,